Okay, and then a lot of customers like ask us, so I'm compliant, but with ISO or SOC 2, but how much overlap is there between that and 42001?
Yeah, so there'll be it depends on like the configuration of 27,001 or SOC 2. I think like the back of the envelope number would be, so if you can even see if you have a tenant over here, you can see some of the crossover as well. So I can see 27,001 over here, and you're 27% implemented. And then if I want to do 40,001, I think it's a little less than half of the controls for 40,001 are already in 27,001. And then a
Okay.
lot of the additional ones are going to be like policy-driven ones. So very straightforward, not going into and doing like tedious remediation.
Yeah, so I guess in most scenarios, someone would already be using Drata for a SOC 2, ISO 27001, and then they're adding 42,000. So their platform would already be populated for most customers, correct? Makes sense. And then once you turn on the framework, then the platform automatically adds templated controls and frameworks. Is that correct?
Yep, exactly. So it'll flip on everything you need. Yeah, so you can over here on the frameworks tab, you can select which frameworks controls you want to show. So if you had several
Okay.
in here or we have a lot here, I can select these are the ones that are going to be 27,001, 40,001. If I drop the 27,001, then these are just ones only for 40,001, and I can see which ones they do sync with. So a lot of these are very AI specific. Some of these are going to be for all of these. This one will be for 27,001 SOC 2 for
Okay.
these ones down here.
Pretty common. I see. So you can just filter out by the framework
Yep.
and see. Okay.
And then they'll all be not ready at that point because you're gonna have to take some action on them. Or
Yeah.
some of them, the new ones would all be not ready because you have to, add in new policies and whatnot. So reasonably,
Right.
the ones that are ready will be the ones that are from the one you already have.
Yeah, makes sense. So you don't have to upload the new evidence or do any
Right.
new integrations if it's already green. Yeah, get to reuse your work.
Yeah, it's really straightforward, honestly, to run these pieces. A lot of this, and I can even share how, I see a lot of folks. I work with a lot of practitioners and what they do. When you come on to Drata, you're going to be, assigning the work as their control ownership. So if I'm a control owner here, if any of the policies or tests that I'm responsible through this control need some action. So maybe a test is failing. I need to go fix this. A policy, there's evidence that I'm attaching that has a due date coming up. If something falls out of compliance and my control itself goes to red, I will be notified. So you can put in your workflow. So Slack, Teams, email, task, whatever you want to do, create a custom workflow. I am able to come in and remediate those. So it's more of probably working where I am. I know a lot of folks will send like a daily digest out to Slack of things I need to do that day. So a lot of folks will do something like that. If I have something coming up next month, I'll get something sent to me the month before, like, hey, this needs to be renewed. You need to go review this. So there's a lot of like things that come to you. So you have to necessarily log into Drata every day. Really, the workflows, once you build them out, are going to start working for you in terms of like tasks and notifications. So it's bringing on a few extra controls for 42,001. Most of those are, again, policy related. And then waiting till the next notification. And then, hopefully things are all good and you're not going to have to really log into Drata very much. That being said, ISO 27001 and SOC 2 have a huge amount of overlap. A lot of the controls are going to be the same, the mapping. So you're going to be able to go from SOC 2 to 27001 really easily, and it's very impactful, especially if you're looking to do something internationally. If you need something for some reason for international, outside the US, hugely impactful. So that's typically the path that we see. For 2001, again, we talked about really good amount of overlap. There are going to be some extra policies. It's a lot lighter of a lift. That would be a really good fast follow after 27,001. So SOC 2 starting in US, absolutely. 27,001, huge amount of overlap. And then for 2001, once you've already implemented 27,001, easy.